It's been a while since we've reviewed a movie from one of our favorite guys, Robert Z'Dar.
Oh, yes. It's been forever since.
Over a year.
By golly, yeah. Channel favorite Robert Z'Dar.
So, yeah, luckily that can explain the...
Been way too long since, yeah.
That right there can explain the venerable plethora of movie assortment that we have up here on display.
It's Pocket Ninjas.
Yes. This
With Robert Z'Dar. And then don't forget, it's a whole other reason to even do it.
Oh yeah.
This is Pocket Ninjas with Gary Daniels.
Gary Daniels. You don't watch it for Robert Z'Dar.
Well, you
watch
do.
it.
You suppress your love of life. It is there. But first you must conquer your inner demons that keep you from true happiness.
You do, but it's double the... It's Gary Daniels. You double the... Yeah.
It's one of... Yeah. So, yeah, this is a notable entry in Pepper Dog fandom when it comes to movies.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do Pocket Ninjas for a long time anyway.
So,
in addition to the fact that we were overdue on a Robert Z'Dar.
Yeah. Yeah, how did we hear about this? It was talked about before on the internet.
Pocket Ninjas?
Yeah, right. So,
yeah, this has been done before.
We
in
just-
YouTube movie reviewers.
we just kind of picked it up and just watched it.
But yeah, it's enough of a gem
Yeah.
that it definitely bears.
So, and no, this is not about the stupid phone app. So, like, if you want strategies on your
Yep, we're clearing that up too.
on your phone game, you may as well click away to a different video. So,
Yeah, don't come for the game,
yeah,
Pocket Ninja.
yeah. So, before, like it was directed and co-produced by our man Dave Eddy.
Oh, Pocket Ninjas?
Yeah, who I will get into in a second.
1994,
Yeah, 94.
but a delayed release.
A very delayed
And it had
release.
theatrical or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think I could find that little bit of information, but I highly doubt that it did. But
Oh, I did no internet research.
so it was released in '97. So
The DVDs say 2002 on them.
it sat
And,
on somebody's hard drive for like 3 years. Crazy.
You appreciate Pocket Ninjas.
Yeah, co-directed by Donald G.
Which I didn't find out until rewatching.
Oh yeah,
It's like the third time I've seen this movie.
we paid attention to the credits.
Lately, when we rewatched it,
Yeah.
it said, yeah, I didn't notice or remember, but
did-
yeah.
It didn't even use his what is it? Jack Crenshaw, the
Oh, Maximo T. Bird.
Maximo or whatever. Yeah,
What's it, Donald G. Jackson?
it was a officially penned. Donald
We
G.
have a movie about ninjas that happen to be wearing rollerblades in some of the sequences.
just happened to be.
And
Yeah.
wouldn't you know,
Yeah,
it's directed by Donald G.
blows my mind.
and the rollerblading ninjas.
Blows my mind. Yeah. Let's see. Written by Mark Williams and the score again, who I will get into in a second. Arlen
The tale of three
H.
teen and preteen karate
Yeah.
students who end up being pulled into an adventure of
Of
high superpowers and risks of kid adventure time,
yeah.
led by their sensei Gary Daniels.
Yes, Sensei.
And
Gary Daniels.
combating
the
various bad guys, including
the cons.
Bobby.
Yeah.
That's Robert Z'Dar.
Yeah, Robert Z'Dar plays lead evil man Cobra Khan.
with their sensei, they form a group called the Dragons.
Yeah.
A long tradition of being a
Evil,
support task force,
Yeah.
like the Jedi or something.
genuine.
And their enemy gang
Yeah.
called the Stingers
And
that is led by Cobra Khan, Robert Zadar.
yeah, how do these kids learn about the Cobra Khan and all them and the White Dragon from who Gary Daniels is supposed to be? You know, it's like a comic book if I remember right.
In the movie?
Yeah, they pick up and read a comic
Yeah,
book.
it's famously confusing because of your various flashbacks and narration and
Yeah.
imagining things in a comic book, whether or not something actually happened.
Yeah, I had trouble trying to figure out.
Because you get the two villains, remember?
Yes, you get Cobra Khan
It's a kid and Robert Zadar,
and Cubby Khan,
and
who's
then
supposed to be
ends up
real.
being the kid,
Yeah.
because Robert Zadar counts as flashback testimony of
Yes.
the leader of the
Yeah,
evil
he's
Stinger gang,
yeah,
and then
largely in the past.
the comic book imagination of what you're going to do to fight Gary Daniels, man,
Yeah,
and that long scene that we have to talk about,
yeah. I
and freaking VR.
oh yeah, there was VR in it too.
You
Now
parse your way through the reality levels. It's kind of cool.
that was easier enough to figure out because they video gamed up the VR section. So it made it easier to make that delineation.
The
But
first segment, you got confused. Because it
Very
was
confused.
Gary Daniels recounting actual events.
yeah, but yeah, and let's not forget about that subplot of why the evil henchmen are indeed evil.
For we are evil
It's
indeed.
it's that corporation that hires them to like take care of some toxic waste.
Yep, they dump toxic waste for pay,
Ah,
for hire.
Okay.
Toxic waste.
we did.
Well, there's a whole they're their own security force.
Yes.
They're not going to let anybody stop them when they're doing it. Is it?
Yeah. 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 That was that's evil. That's evil enough. Yeah.
Well, sometimes it's not just a long psychological and emotional saga from their childhood for why they're
no, it can't be that
evil.
all the time.
It's just the lack of the moral scruples.
yeah. It can't be.
They're for hire for dumping toxic waste
Yeah.
because they won't let anybody mess with them while they're doing it.
There we go. Simple enough, right?
And Cubby Khan, the kid, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Richard Rabago.
That
it
was-
some
that
kind
was
of
it.
father and son in the actors in the cast.
Yeah. It was Richie Rabago.
That was the kid's name.
Yeah. So I kept wanting to call him Richie.
If you don't like kids, watch a different movie because of him and these
Yeah.
literal pocket ninjas. Two
Yeah.
of them are teens.
Yeah. They're not even.
This is
Yeah.
grossly misleading
It.
on our cool
Yeah.
flat cardboard
That's yes.
literal pocket
Yeah. That's how
for
you,
your ninjas. How do you even open it?
It puts the pocket in pocket.
There you go. There it goes. There it
There
goes.
on the side there.
It's
Yeah.
just an album.
And look at the skeletal freaking thing on the cover, the display, and yeah, it's crazy.
Our brooms and mops and a plunger and a oh yeah. What was the thing about this?
All of which are used. So one of these distros,
Which one is the illicit? Yeah, this one is the
Yeah.
illicit accidental
Yeah.
product placement.
yeah, it's a literal bottle of
Fine
Simple
folks
Green,
down at Simple Green.
and the others are what? What does that say? Scat? Something about
That makes it actually funnier.
yeah, it does.
It's just a magnification of that smaller logo on the neck of the bottle.
oh, cool.
They just reproduced the
Scat.
same thing.
So there you go.
Anyway, one kid is 10 or 11 or 12 or whatever, and the other two.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, this is the girl. That's not Gary. That's the girl.
yeah.
The blonde
So,
girl and the
Yeah.
dude
Two of them are
is like a 15 and 16-year-old.
Yeah, they're
And then you get
teens.
the one kid
yeah. So
that
you get two kids, I think.
makes it intense and 90s.
Very 90s, yes.
In the group of pocket ninjas,
Yeah.
you get the one kid that makes it very over the top 90s.
Yeah. Counting Cubby Con, it would be like 2 kids. Whatever.
Including some pretty regrettable sexism. Remember the whole battle of the sexes dynamic
Yes.
with these two
Yeah, you gotta,
ninjas?
when you go to watch it, you gotta kind of parse that out of your brain. You gotta remember
Watch
that
around
it's
it, yeah. You
a
gotta
90s movie.
remind yourself.
But
Because he'll be like, it's a proven fact that men are superior.
it was, yeah, you're doing pretty good for a girl. Yeah, that's
And
funny.
she'll be like,
Gives her a reason for a come up, but I mean, still. it's
drop
like-
dead, you measly,
Yeah,
you flea-bitten
it's a 90s
creep. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah. What are our?
you go along, you're obviously the chosen one because it's the group of dragons, and he says, now I need to pass this dragon thing to the next generation
next
of pocket
generation.
ninjas.
Yeah,
So you guys get these super-powered masks
yeah. The masks, and each one
that have like the old Asian
like
demon motif.
the faces, and yeah, something you would
Big
expect
grimacing demon mouth with his tongue out or whatever.
to see on like a statue or something.
And some poofy
So-
long hair of different colors.
Oh yeah, there was a nice red hair
Dude gets
mask.
a red, she gets a yellow, and the
The kid gets
feisty kid gets the black
the
one.
black one. Yeah, and
Gary Daniels ends up being white dragon.
Yeah, it's the white dragon.
Kind of like Power Rangers, where you get
Yeah,
who's the white dragon? And obviously you fight the spikers.
the spikers. Yeah,
Stoners. They accidentally call them the stoners in the movie. Stingers. And Cobra Khan.
yeah, and
Don't forget how, with our boy Gary, that it is a mistake.
yes.
You? A few cuts and bruises, nothing too serious.
This was all a big mistake.
What are you talking about?
I have to ask the 3 of you to give up being the dragons.
What? You can't.
Yeah, you just can't take back that kind of power.
I'm sorry. This is far too dangerous.
The guy, he literally
This
says,
entire film was a mistake.
yeah, he literally says this was a mistake.
I should never have given you these masks.
Yeah.
They come back from one of their first couple of scuffles, and they have like black eyes and little cuts on their face.
Yeah, it's
Give these masks back right now.
It's-
I should never have done this. What a mistake.
it's never. Yeah, it's not even a they didn't get nobody got their faces bashed in or anything. It was just a light scuffle. Or
Since it's a
whatever.
kids showcase, did we
Yeah.
not already point out? I guess for a few minutes you wonder whether or not it's made for
kids
in martial arts action movie,
Cause see,
but then you pretty quickly figure out, oh, okay, this is a lame kids showcase,
that's the thing is some of the scenes here
and you learn to go with it that way.
made me wonder because there was this
It's the teen, or not teen, what do they used to call it on TV? TVY7?
yeah like Y7
Same as Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers.
where they don't recommend it for very young impressionable kids.
The
but
high-flying kung fu action is what they
yeah,
call
there were things
it. And
because you had that party balloon scene.
softening, he has to do some
It was
kung fu and martial arts apologetics.
yes.
He has to stand there and say, this should only be used for the forces of good and only when necessary. Know what I mean? With parent backlash.
Yeah,
It's not very far out of the
you can't. Yeah,
satanic panic days.
yeah, you can't.
If it's only 1994.
You can't demonstrate violence without a pretense.
But yeah, they do have some pretty funny ones. What you were talking about, the balloon sequence
God.
with Bobby versus Gary. Awesome.
Yeah.
You play literal panky. What's that called? Patty cake.
Patty cake. Yes.
They play chopsticks on the music,
Yeah.
and they're literally playing patty cake.
There was I don't know if it was part
Jump
of
up
the.
and down on those balloons.
I don't know if it was part of the same scene, but there was a literal hot potato with a hand grenade. That was funny.
Oh, in the villain's training sequence.
Yeah, that was it. But so,
There's kid stuff that happens.
yeah. So, again, to help me get through the movie, I was trying to have the internal dialogue of whether it's supposed to be a kid's movie or not.
It's great when you're having a hoo-ha.
Oh, yeah, it's
with
great.
a room full of people and you can
Yeah.
say, who is this for?
Yeah, exactly.
For children? Is this a martial arts movie or is this a kids
Yeah,
showcase?
action
Early
superstar
90s.
Gary Daniels and Robert Zadar. And kids
Where you
experience.
wonder about the reality.
Yeah.
You get some cool favorite parts.
Oh yes. We can start with the horrible ineptitude on the part of the Stingers, Strikers, Spikers,
Stumblers, they do some good bumbling.
Toners. Yeah.
If you like silly, bumbling henchman villains,
Your off-sequence
then
training,
this is a movie for you. Yeah, the training sequences,
where they're all
They,
one step off.
just getting their butts kicked.
Yeah. They can never get a break.
The zany schemes that are
No t-
quite easily foiled. It's all
Yeah.
pretty funny.
no tension regarding any of the bad guys. How the soccer mom is attracted to Gary
Oh,
Daniels.
yeah, the mom. We didn't
Yeah.
mention the mom at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, she comes in and there is a cool micro plot where her and Gary Daniels like each other.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. It was.
It's debatable whether it's germane to the movie.
Yeah.
She gets kidnapped in the plot, so then you have your way for him to
Wait a minute. Yes. It doesn't exactly go nowhere.
help
It is,
help have a personal stakes and
It is part of the plot.
care about
Yeah.
the plot of the movie that you're in.
It would help. Yeah. So. But yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, there was that. That was pretty cool. I mean, all the padding. Like
Oh, we didn't even talk about the padding yet.
this
Yes,
movie.
I had to make an actual tally for this.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so what actual stuff in there shouldn't count because might be part of the plot. I made a pretty generous inclusion or exclusion of plot related stuff
Okay.
like that. Remember when they were shooting the what's that called? Filming the rodeo?
Yes.
They're at the parade.
The parade. Yeah.
There happened to be a great parade downtown.
Yeah.
So they have some sequences with chasing the pocket ninjas.
That may or may not have been part of a real parade.
No, it was a real parade.
Yeah, but yeah, did that wind up being?
Anyway, stuff that's germane to the plot
Yeah,
that I was nice to them is what I'm saying. With
Yeah.
with my tally of the padding time. It was in the 20-ish. In a
And-
film that's how long on this? That's why I call it more of a showcase than a
an
movie.
hour and
118?
Yeah,
78 minutes.
Yeah, including credits, and
So let's just call it a quarter.
yeah,
To be nice to them, let's call it 25% of the movie was straight up padding.
that's a lot.
With the training sequences and then the villain training sequences.
Yeah, and that's
Everybody had a cool imagination showcase. Remember
Yeah.
sitting around the comic book
yeah,
and each kid gets a turn for who the White Dragon would kind of be like.
yeah.
There's a vignette for
That
the
was
guy in the desert who has to hotwire a car.
Yeah, you had
There's the balloons. There's the this.
yeah. So
A number of different things between your meat and potatoes of cool plot action.
yeah, I mean
A number of different things take a 2 to 3 minute padding.
it's but
Throughout.
still, yeah, it's
So again, if you don't like padding,
yeah.
watch a different movie. I love this padding.
And yeah, I kind of feel less generous.
You can talk about other stuff.
I mean,
You can talk during the movie.
yeah,
Sorry, I talk during movies.
you can, yeah, like if you know there's like a 5 to 10 minute training montage sequence coming up, you can be like, oh yeah, I totally forgot I still gotta do my damn taxes.
Yeah, I was taking out the trash,
Yeah.
and this bag just rips.
The dumpster is still full. Yeah.
And then she was nagging at me the entire time.
Yeah, so there's plenty of those moments where you can.
I love pocket ninjas. I love pocket ninjas.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty singular.
So, we have a lot of, we went over some of the 90s stuff in it before, but I gotta take time to mention the great hairstyles that everybody has.
Oh, yeah, there's good 90s hair in
90s
there.
hair, especially 90s Gary Daniels. Hair.
Oh, yeah, that's his best hair I've ever seen on him. He had this cool, puffy, long hair.
Yeah, toward the tail end of tail.
What are your, whether or not you already mentioned the score,
Oh, I didn't yet.
Arlen H. Bowles'
Yeah,
super cool 90s score.
it's great.
Not just keyboards. There's great synthesizers in there, but not
Yeah,
just keyboards.
It's
rock group. That one punk theme in the end sounds great, man.
Yeah, the one that they didn't use throughout the other part of the movie.
Credits. Yeah, it's on the credits.
Yeah, it's the very last song on the credits. Great punk song, but everything
I love
else
that one with
is-
the guitar. That's how when I close my eyes and imagine Pocket Ninjas.
Yeah.
Reminiscing. That's what part of the music that comes out
Mm-hmm.
in the same sequence when they're doing some of the repetitive
Yeah,
karate training.
they could have put.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
They could have put that over the training sequence.
You're like this. You want a straw. You want to drink with a straw. Put your feet up.
Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of part of the sound design, thanks, Eddie.
Oh,
Dave,
yes,
Eddie.
that actually starts being annoying with the idiot noises.
Well,
Just in terms of sheer decibels.
Yes.
You get those idiot slide whistles over and
yeah,
over again.
the Foley,
Various bonks and
the
cartoon
wind
sound
cutting,
effects.
and the balloon popping, very loud, and the dialogue, very quiet. We had to turn it up almost all the way so I could hear it on my sound.
Oh, yeah, nobody likes that.
So,
Getting blown out by a sound effect.
and for you subwoofer owners out there, there's a lot of bass in this freaking thing, and for no good reason either. It's just a bass pad that they forgot to turn down or whatever. So you might get a noise complaint from upstairs if you keep your sub up on the max. But
Yeah,
Thanks, Dave.
He was spread thin between directing and
thank you, Dave, for great sound design.
Let's see the
Eddie.
part where the kid says butt whiff.
We needed a butt whiff.
I know what you think, but I'll tell you what I know.
Butt whiff. Butt whiff. Butt whiff.
I actually had never even heard that. Because he uses it as a
Yeah.
expletive of frustration.
Yeah, because, I mean,
He gets outvoted on a certain item within the group and he goes, oh, butt whiff.
to avoid the PG-13 rating, they
Great
probably
line.
had to slip in a butt whiff.
Well, I was that kid for my years spent age 10 and 11 and 12.
Yeah.
That's a bit of me.
So,
So I'm kind of biased towards him in terms of the charm due to the nostalgia.
yeah.
Before we forget, we have to briefly put the
the picture,
this.
the close-up of
What we're talking about. The logos
4 distributors, yeah.
in Best of the Worst review. They
said
talked
there
about
was-
how it had multiple distributors, but I thought they said it was only 2.
I'm pretty sure they said it was 2.
Who knows how many there actually are? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's a 4, boy.
Maybe,
I thought this was hilarious. That one, if you want to count within a certain country, I think that counts as Canadian.
right, but
2450 Pictures, EVG, I believe it was the first one I got.
it's,
The Universal logo is
How-
what's funny about this.
how did Universal get
Some people
stuck with
did it that was either without Universal's permission or
Maybe-
something. Like I said, I did no Googling.
maybe
But,
somebody at
That came, my cardboard came
Yeah.
with a little circular white sticker over the Universal logo.
maybe somebody at
Get yours.
Universal, yeah, mine,
Get yours.
mine maybe I'll be able to zoom in on it. They cut the logo off.
Cut right off with a pair of scissors
Now maybe
and
it's
an X-Acto knife.
maybe it's like those album stores that like to cut off the corner of the album or whatever.
to
But
find it in a big stack.
it's so stupid.
Actually, let's just look at what it says. Oh, nope, it's cropped on the bottom too.
Universal.
By about a little bit.
I think I see a Universal down there at the bottom, very bottom.
Some music. I believe so.
But yeah, maybe.
Oh wait, nope. Yes, there you can clearly read it.
Maybe somebody at
But yeah, we know it was because due to the fact that this one was obscured.
probably
You can pretty safely come to the
you can
assumption that they did that as a Universal
Yeah.
again.
you can say
Oh my gosh.
maybe somebody at Universal owed Dave Eddie a favor and was like, dude,
Or
just
an Alan Smithy type thing.
just float it over to me and
Brad
then I'll-
Bufanda. The girl is Sandy. That's pretty awesome.
yeah. And
Joseph Valencia.
yeah,
Mel Novak. Don't forget our toxic waste dumpers. Or not the dumpers, but the ones that hire them to dump
that is true.
toxic waste. Remember the guy?
That's Mel.
The
Yeah,
suit?
the suit
keeps,
guy.
He keeps blaming his corporate lackey for not having a nice, expensive suit.
It's Pocket Ninjas.
Anyway, that's pretty great. EV6, Universal, 2450, and something called Trinity that also says distributed by Universal Music, blah, blah.
So what is your
Whether or not
copy?
it counts.
What
But
is
I
your-
want as many logos
Hang
as
on.
I possibly can.
What does your copyright date say? This one says 2004 Creative Digital.
2002 EVG Digital Entertainment. 2004 Creative Digital. Yeah, the Universal one says 2004 Creative Digital.
Okay, so
So somebody went along
it's they sold the actual
after
movie
2002.
in
Distributed in Canada, something. It didn't give a year for that.
Pocket Ninjas.
Canadian one.
That's all you have to say is Pocket Ninjas.
2004 also.
Plenty of great saga in here
It
for
is
everybody.
the Pocket Ninjas.
Yeah,
I say the same stuff every time. Packs a punch, blah, blah.
yeah, it does.
This is the movie Pocket Ninjas.
This is this.
I'm tempted to not even, since I have so many other copies, I'm tempted to leave this as is.
Oh, you have to.
Because in the shelf, it's easy enough to find the others.
Yeah.
The point of putting this in a blank deal with a piece of paper would be
So it sticks
to
out.
find it in a
Yeah.
shelf. But
Yeah.
since I don't need to,
Yeah.
yep, let's just leave that.
It's one more copy of Pocket.
It's utilitarian.
Yeah. Takes up hardly any room on your shelf. You can use it for a fan. It's beautiful. Yeah. So there it is. Pocket Ninjas
Pockets.
and Ninjas.
I do want to apologize for not doing enough Rubber Zadar stuff
Yeah.
in our years of incarnation.
Yes.
That
He's-
dadgum thing is like 2.5 to 3 years old.
He's kind of a thing when it
Let's
comes to cult classics.
at some point do that gosh darn was it Mayhem or Mayday?
I think it was
Mayhem?
Oh wait, it was Mayhem. Yeah. The last one with
Thing with the piano in the bar.
yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we need to do that some other time.
Because I need to keep having to reiterating Bob and Bobby, the whole difference of Bob
Yeah.
being Dolph Lundgren
Dolph and Bobby.
nickname and Bobby being Robert Zadar nickname.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, Pocket Ninjas.
How I'd love to lay you down.
Are we gonna be allowed to sell this?
Starts to go.
Jeez. Enough with the wig, guys. Dang.